This nigga had 14 previous felony convictions. You went up in there, smashed glass. You seen the guns when you came in there. You still attempted to rob them like someone wouldn't just pull up file on you. Imagine checking your phone. It's the 911 people. 911 people, dude. She trying to set up Jesus. She. What's good, YouTube? It's Crusty Boy J back with another YouTube video. Thank you. Today we are back with the reacts, man. The dumbest criminals of all time. Seen this pop up on my feed. Found this and I'm like, I think this is what the people might fuck with. Am I lying? Maybe. First things first, thank you guys so much for. Sorry, this one low. Thank you guys so much for all the likes, comments, and especially the subscribes. Thank you. We are currently at 93 subscribers, man. 7 subscribers away from 100, man. I don't know what we're gonna do for our celebration, but we'll figure out something. But with that being said, let's keep the yap short and sweet.
In 2009, Matthew McNally and Joey Miller robbed a home in Iowa using masks drawn onto their faces with permanent black marker. Whilst on the run, the two discovered that permanent black marker doesn't rub off easily, leading to their simple arrest and embarrassingly stupid mugshots. However, these two still look like geniuses in comparison to some of the other idiots we'll be talking about as we discuss the stupidest criminals of all time. Take for example McCarthy Wheeler, who robbed 2 banks in broad daylight as he thought that pouring lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to cameras. When shown the bank surveillance footage, Wheeler refused to believe that he was visible, stating to officers, "But I wore the juice," believing that as long as he didn't come near a heat source, he should have been completely invisible. Police concluded that Wheeler was not crazy or on drugs, just incredibly mistaken, with the lemon juice mistake eventually costing Wheeler a 24.5-year prison sentence. However, if we're on the topic of terrible disguises, then we can't go past Dennis Hawkins, whose disguise as an old lady wasn't much better. His sweater accompanied fake boobs, a full beard, and fittingly clown pants, with this insanely recognizable outfit helping police to catch Hawkins only an hour after the robbery. The police chief for the area stated, "He would get my nomination for dumbest criminal, I think. You still have his black facial hair with a blondish wig. Definitely different." Different is also a good way to describe Patrick McGuire's disguise, who robbed an Illinois convenience store while covering his face with a clear plastic bag. He was only able to obtain $60 from the robbery. However, due to his extensive criminal history, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison every $50 from the robbery. However, due to his
this nigga had 14 previous felony convictions. Why are you still roaming this earth? And for you to do some stupid shit like this, sorry, I'm really trying to keep this channel PG as much as it's gonna be PG-13. Some cuss words is gonna slip. You're gonna hear a couple. If you want the raw meat, I don't know. Check out the gaming channel, Crusty Boy Gaming, on there as well. But hey, this dude had 14 previous felony convictions. Why is he still roaming Earth free?
Extensive equally for every $4 stolen from the store. Talk about a bad return. Equally bad was Paul Sinclair's, who attempted to rob a bank in Florida by using his fingers curled up into a gun shape. The quote-unquote weapon was so non-threatening that the bank teller gave him only $120, after which he'd flee on foot before being caught by police only 10 minutes later. This wasn't the only time when a person was dumb enough to think that a law didn't apply to them, because when Reuben Pavin was caught stealing from a charity thrift shop in New Hampshire, he'd state that he thought everything was free because of the name of the business, Finders Keepers. The sign did say Finders Keepers, so I took that DVD player, took it home, Pavin told the local TV station. A couple of weeks later, the stuff is still there on the porch, so I'm thinking to myself, Finders Keepers, they probably just put stuff out there for people to take. The business responded via Facebook stating, "This man who was caught on video is saying it is all a misunderstanding. He thought everything at our store was free. Is that really the best defense you could come up with?"
I mean, but then they say y'all left it on a porch for days. And the store is called Finders Keepers. I don't know. Maybe he thought like, oh, if they put it on the thing. That's not the worst one, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, it is a store. He turned in the stolen goods to police, holding that he's not a bad person or a bad dad, and is rather just unbelievably stupid. But was he as dumb as Derek Mosley, who in 2013 attempted to rob a store named Discount Gun Sales by using a baseball bat? When Mosley allegedly barged into Discount Gun Sales and smashed the display counter with his baseball bat, the store manager simply pulled out his own personal firearm and pointed it straight at the would-be robber, holding Mosley in the store until he was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery.
So you mean to tell me you came in there, say if you didn't think it was a gun store, you thought it was whatever, You went up in there, smashed glass. You seen the guns when you came in there. You still attempted to rob them like someone wouldn't just pull up file on you. Idiot. And this
Gun
dude
store was
hold a
robbed
knife.
at knife point, although this tale instead ended in a body bag as the robber was fatally shot by the store owner as he tried to exit with his loot.
Jeez.
But what happens when you accidentally call 911 whilst committing a crime? Pocket dialing the police is probably a fairly common occurrence. However, for Carson Reinhardt and Nathan Teklemariam, it happened at the most unfortunate moment, specifically while they were breaking into a car. The alert dispatcher soon realized that the call was an accidental one, and moreover that the guys on the other end might be up to no good. For the next 35 minutes, the dispatcher stayed on the line, listening and gathering information, as Teklemariam and Reinhardt did the following. Discovered a car that they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car, allegedly broke into the car, exclaimed in delight over finding narcotics in the car, became confused as to how and why a police car was following them, and reacted in disbelief when the arresting officer revealed that they'd been on the line to 911 the entire time.
That's
Scott
crazy.
Simon found himself
Imagine
in a
checking your
similar
phone, it's the
situation,
911 people.
although under much more severe
911 people,
circumstances.
dude.
Tito and Amanda Watts, who got arrested in Florida for selling tickets to enter heaven at a price of $100. Tito Watts said in his police statement, "I don't care what the police say, the tickets are solid gold, and it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and said to sell them so I could get me some money to go to outer space. You should arrest Jesus because he's the one who gave me the golden
Nah, y'all need to read this book. I met an alien named Steve who said if I got the cash together, he'd take me and my wife on his flying saucer to his planet that's made that's made entirely of drugs. You should arrest Jesus because he's the one that gave me golden tickets to sell them." What? Okay, hold on. Let me read the whole thing, because how to go from Jesus to aliens. So Jesus gave them to... Okay, so Jesus gave you the tickets to sell, okay? Jesus gave you the tickets to sell. Then miraculously, you met this nigga named Stevie. Sorry, you met this dude named Stevie, who turns out to be an alien. And he said if you get the money together, he's going to take you and your wife to his planet that's made entirely of drugs. Not one speck of the earth is dirt, water, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Like, no, it's made entirely of methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana. You got to be real.
tickets and said to sell them, unwilling to wear a wire and set Jesus up. The couple had apparently
She's trying to set up
$10,000
Jesus.
for
Sheesh.
the stunt, meaning that they were able to find people even dumber than them, one of which might have been Ruben Zarate.
Wow.
While attempting to rob a muffler shop in 2008, Zarate was told that the shop couldn't access the money safe without their manager, who didn't begin his shift until later that afternoon. Instead of bailing on the robbery, Zarate instead gave them his phone number, asking them to give him a ring the next time the manager was in. They did so later that afternoon, although after returning to the store, Zarate received no money and was instead met by police and charged with aggravated robbery. Then there was the man who gave the people he was robbing something even stupider. The unnamed robber walked into a London bank carrying a gun.
I'm just thinking to myself how people can be this stupid.
Demanding £700,000 in cash from the bank worker. But after making his demands, the crook handed over his gun to the cashier instead of the bag. Investigating authorities stated, the guess is that he is very inexperienced and panicked when he approached the cashier, handing over his gun instead of a bag by mistake. But it was Trevor Jones who left an even more damning piece of evidence at his
Look at this
place.
nigga's lips. Look.
After breaking into a house in Atlanta, Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner's computer before leaving without logging out. Less than 3 years later, a similar story entered news headlines, reading, a 26-year-old Minnesota man has been...
What did he even do?
Oh my God, bro.
After breaking into a house in Atlanta, Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner's computer before leaving without logging out. Less than 3 years later, a similar story entered news headlines, reading, a 26-year-old Minnesota man has been tracked down by police after leaving his Facebook profile logged in at a house he allegedly robbed, although this story has...
Son, why do you break into somebody's house and be like, oh shit, I found a loot, y'all, we made it. You get onto Facebook and be like, yo, like, y'all won't even believe what the shit just happened this night. I'ma let y'all know later. First of all, why are you getting on Facebook while robbing somebody? That's first and foremost. Second, how you forget to sign out? Come on, gang.
Homeowner decided to message the robber via his Facebook, stating, "You left a few things at my house last night. How can I get them back to you?" Which was followed by the robber agreeing to come back to the home so he could collect the stuff he forgot. However, the robber didn't get any of his items back and was instead arrested while still wearing a watch that he'd stolen from the night before. While both of these idiots used social media poorly, at least they didn't brag about the robbery in a YouTube video, as is what happened in the bizarre case of Hannah Sabata. In 2012, at the age of 19, Sabata stole $6,000 from a bank in Nebraska, and while almost anybody else would have simply kept quiet, Hannah instead took to her YouTube channel Jelly Beanie to upload a video titled Chick Bank Robber, in which she'd straight up admit to having just committed a robbery. She'd then discuss her entire methodology for the crime, while showing the money and the amount that had been stolen, before concluding the video by describing the vehicle she had used and the—
I can't pick who's stupider. I can't. It's hard because everybody more stupid than the other one. So not only did you go to YouTube and told niggas I just stole a car and robbed a bank. You go on to YouTube and flash the money that you stole. Not only that, you gave these dudes a description of the car and then had the nerve to say, "Of course I already took off the license plate and threw them out." Yo, you sure got him.
that it had its license plates removed. This information eventually resulted in Hannah Sabata's arrest and sentencing of 10 to 20 years prison, done so in a public courtroom filled to maximum capacity with people who had seen the video.
I don't know. I feel like I got so much smarter after reacting to that video. I don't know. Cause it's like, what do you? First of all, how you? This woman and that dude was talking about setting up Jesus. That's first and foremost. Then you got dude signing in on the Facebook. Then you got dudes drawing permanent marker on their face. And then you got a dude who had the gumption to make a $1 million bill using it and being like, yeah, so that's like $900,500 and change that I need. You just thought that he was carrying that shit in the back? I don't know what's wrong with you, gang. I really don't. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, this dumbass video, stupid ass video. Whenever you think you do something stupid, there's these people out there. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for all your support. Like I said, 93 subscribers. Let's subscribe, and let's hit 100 before the month is done. We have 15 more days as of right now. By the time I upload this, we'll probably have 13 more days. So let's see if we can get 7 subscribers in 13 days. But with that being said, y'all, it is Crusty Boy J out. Peace out, Crusty Gang. You know motherfuckers get on my nerves. You already